Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one, too, and all in between. This is for the absolute positive good God and truth of your lives. Only crossing bigger and better. If you don't know that to cross negative with negativity is the only bad, evil, sinful way of you, right? Then you won't always cross that negativity back one more positive, the bad, evil, sinful way of nothing. The only way you can add up, stay, or be good is truth, only to an absolute bigger, better here and now of you, to reality check. The only way anybody of anything, right, can suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die is negative with negativity. It's the incarnate out devilish hells of all people, places, and things. And when you crisscross negative with negativity, not knowing to only cross that back more positive, it's the only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth. You're always in a state of decay and disintegration for it. It is the suffering and death of everybody, of everything. And it is the he shafting devilish hells of all people, places, and things. And it causes you to act nutty and fruity, a bushwhacking snake on your matter. And if one too long, you will suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, and die of it. And it's the only thing that can kill you in reality check. All creation of existence is made of atom matter evolved. No matter if it's one atom or a mountain of atoms, if this atom matter evolved is stated more positive than negative, it's stated good as truth and it can't be destroyed. And that's by the physics of the laws of all known matter creation of existence. When you state more positive than negative, your atom matter evolved is stated good as truth, and you can't be destroyed for that. Not one thing creation applied to the here and now existence of all reality check ever suffered out of existence, decayed, disintegrated, or died of crossing more positive than any negativity. Again, that's the only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth, only to an absolute bigger, better here and now of your shape, form, or mass of atoms crossing and bonding. And it's the bad way of nothing, it's the evil way of nothing, and it's the sinful way of nothing. The only suffering, misery, and death you will ever know is a bad, evil, sinful way of negativity. And it's the only bad, evil, sinful way of you because you're blind and undefined that if you only cross that back more positive always, you will only be good as truth. So you stay in this unarticulated way of faith. No good as truth, okay? All faith has positive variables, but no faith is good as truth, or that's all we'd all be for faith. Since the beginning, see, Adam crossed to the faith of Eve, and he took on this nutty, fruity articulation, and ever since then, right, it's been the bad, evil, sinful, nutty, fruity articulation of the world, okay? And Jesus seen it. And that's why he was only one more positive than all negativity with his life. And although he was tongue-tied to a dead language that did not express the positives and negatives of him, right? He understood it and was the example of it in body of his matter. And, and because he understood it, when they put him on the cross, he was able to bond with the thief, one more positive than any negativity between them, right? And steal their lives back from all faithful, foolish negativity that left all those fools that put him up on the cross, and that fool, that negative fool, hanging himself out to one neutral nothing, just infinitely negative of him here and now. And the thief rode back the two, let Jesus out. Mary seen the thief, asked him which way he went. He said, I just released him. He went that way, rightfully, truthfully. Okay. alive and well. She gave him a kiss on the cheek and called him an angel, and that's how this story went. Inside all atoms, creation of existence is protons, neutrons, and on the outside of the atoms are the electrons, or the electron field. And all matter, creation of existence, puts off its own energy, and at the point in which you're absorbing that energy, depending on your polarity, whether it's more positive or more negative, is depending on if you're absorbing it good as the truth of your shape, form, mass to an absolute bigger, better here and now view, or negatively deficient of being only more positive to keep you good as truth to the absolute bigger, better of you here and now. And each one of these protons inside these atoms are 2 up quarks, 1 down quark. And each one of the neutrons are 2 down quarks, 1 up quark. And if the proton doesn't always overwhelm the negative charge of the neutron and make it nothing, okay, then your body's in a state of radioactive decay and disintegration from the negative charge of the neutron to the reality check of your atom matter. See, no atom matter can bond 2 or more Christ-like, more positive than negative, and this is the way you're expressed to the good truth of your here and now, meaning the more you're here and now, only one more positive than anything negative that would not have you here and now. That is the good truth of God of your shape, form, and mass. And just like on the outside of an atom, when a neutron is it overwhelmed more positive, more protonic, right? It's in a constant state of decay and disintegration. And in a neutron star, it pulsates with this negative energy. And eventually its matter can't sustain it and it collapses into a black hole abyss, just infinitely negative of it here and now, forevermore. And this is what you do to your body. See, when you crisscross with faith, because again, no faith is only good as truth, or that's all anybody would be for their faith. Okay? And when you crisscross with faith, instead of crossing more protonic always, right, this neutron can't stay stabilized and solidified good as truth to where the reality check of it has no negativity. And what happens is it's the neutral, nothing. It becomes unstable. And when you crisscross with faith, right, it's negative with negativity to the reality check of that neutron, and it's a snake of energy on it. And that neutron is the soul and the matter of you. And again, if it's not overwhelmed always more positively and protonic, it's in a state of radioactive decay and disintegration. And the cross negative with negativity is the she, he, shafting devil of all people, places, and things. And again, it makes you act nutty and fruity, and you hallucinate that the world around you or yourself has crossed bad, evil, or sinful, or crisscrossed bad, evil, or sinful. And over a volume and time and extremes, you decay, disintegrate, and die out of reality to the one nothing of you infinitely, just a black hole abyss of you here and now, because your matter can't sustain that negativity, and it eventually is the one nothing of you, just infinitely negative with the devilish hells of you forevermore. Not only do you collapse into a black hole abyss, you are the black hole abyss. And if you believe that things cross bad, evil, and sinful, and you're the leadership of us, and then you take these bad, evil, sinful articulation of the world around you, and you make jails, prisons, wars, victims, and crooks, right? The conflicts, convicts of us, right? Without crossing all this negativity, only back one more positive, right? And sparing no expense to it. You are the incarnate devil of all things, and you are that black hole abyss on all mankind of reality check, because everything as far as knowledge is trickling down from you. And if you're not bringing back all we are as your leadership, as your governance, as your judgment, as your prosecution is only more positive than negative always, right? Because the only thing more powerful than anything negative in your life, right, is to be more positive. It's insane to think that you can do more negative and make things more positive and good for you. You can't. In reality, it's only a bias to your lives. That's why the world is so out of balance, and we have poverty on one side, and we have all these people so rich and so well taken care of on the other side. See? And that imbalance, right, is just like this. If you plug a plug into the wall, right, the positive better outweigh the negative, because if not, you'll either burn your house down, right, or you won't have enough energy to sustain. In both ways, it's negative to the good truth of your house, okay? It's negative to the good truth of your plug, and it's negative to the good truth of your life. And see, if you're living a bias of faith, right, one way or the other with the bad, evil, sinful way of you, right, either you're taking in too much negative energy, which is causing your protons, right, to turn neutrons, okay, or you're causing your body to not have enough energy to sustain the negative matter of your biased life to be good as truth. And in reality, it's all a black hole abyss of you just collapsing yourself, and all you love, cherish, and despise, don't hate, to one negative of the here and now, just one nothing of the here and now. And it's a whole bunch of nonsense, because if you just take all that negativity and cross it back more positive instead of a bias to the reality check of your gamey ways of faith, we'd all be good as truth. And that good as truth is the bad, evil, sinful way of nothing. And every time, again, you crisscross negative with negativity, stating that things are bad, evil, and sinful, it is a he shafting devil on your matter, because the protons of you cannot sustain the neutrons of you. The neutrons are always negative to what a proton is, and the only way they can be sustained with no negativity is to be more positive than anything negative. You cannot make things better by being negative with negativity ever. It's the positive, good truth of nothing, okay, to the reality check of you. And when you do this, right, you're hallucinating nutty and fruity, because your faith is ran amok on the good sense of you in reality check, okay? And the only thing that can overwhelm any negativity to nothing is to be one more positive than that negativity. Look, if the sun did not shine on the earth more positive and protonic, right, than any negative neutronic matter of it, no life as we know it could keep existing. If you don't always state more positive than any negative neutronic matters of your life can't keep existing to the reality check of you being here and now good as truth to the reality check of your shape, form, and mass. And that is a fact of God check. God, truth, the reality check. The state of one more positive than all negativity is the only light, joy, warmth, good God or truth, holy with spirit, all will ever know or be. It's the only state that all in body of atom matter evolved and stated good to the truth of God of their shape, form, and mass, only crossing to an absolute bigger, better here and now of reality check as a predictor of their here and now future state of being. Meaning, if you cross more positive than negative right here and now, right, you are good as truth, and that's the absolute bigger, better predictor of your life, right? You can't be destroyed for that. You can only come back alive and well for that, because not one thing, creation applied one to the here and now existence of all reality check, ever suffered out of existence, decayed, disintegrated, or died out to one nothing of the here and now, being more positive than negative. except the negative. It's the one nothing of all negativity to be more positive than it. In reality check. Excuse me. The state of one more positive, again, is the only light, joy, warmth, good God or truth, holy with spirit, all will ever know or be. It's the only state that all atom matter evolved a state of good to the truth of God of their shape, form, and mass, only crossing to an absolute bigger, better here now of reality check. With the buildings, trees, you, me, every body of everything, solid, liquid, gas, plasma, creation applied one to the here and now existence of all, God, truth, reality check. And it's the only state that all prayers are answered in, all miracles happen in, all dreams come true in, and it's the only heavenly abode or paradise you will ever know or be in. And that is a fact of God check from the fool, thief, man, God, King, Atomus of all, God, truth, reality check. I am the Father, Son, and thief and Holy Spirit of all mankind's negativity to one neutral nothing. I absolutely positively am the 3 times male, thrice male, God, truth, reality check, full thief, man, God and King of all, God, truth, reality check. I am. Peace.